to reflect on Tottenham's last visit to Liverpool 322 days ago, when the sun shone and Alexis McAllister conjured Salah in front of the Kop, and Virgil van Dijk lifted the trophy high, and Spurs was lovely bystanders that day. At least had the prospect then of a European final to come.
Peter Drury.
There is to be a continental final this year, and what a week they've got ahead.
Cameron.
More likely they have nine potentially excruciating Premier League football matches, of which they probably have to win three, maybe.
Peter Drury and Jamie Carragher.
Win any of the last 11. Good afternoon, Karen. This is a game under stress, isn't it? How do you play football best under stress?
You want to be under stress when you play football. It means you're going for something, but when you're playing for something, but in the case of Spurs, it definitely doesn't want to stay in the division. And as that ball goes, I'm just interested when both teams came in. We weren't quite sure how they both line up. Liverpool could have had a great pocket back at Ashley, so it was like, actually just looked at Tottenham very early on here, with certainly Spencer's on the left, looks like left back. And it looks like a back four, it was a 4-4-2. They were warming up in a back three. That's plenty of times before in the past to try and get the opposition. Certainly Khoulos, as you see, playing it right back, trying to get out to Engamoa. So that's the setup of both teams.
What it means that in front of Pedro Porro is Sousa, starting in the Premier League for only the second time. The young Brazilian who is a left full back by Trio. And as a result of a Spurs first team squad which is lacking 13 absentees. Back to see those two centre halves alongside Danso, Sarr. Left back. Tistel.
I mean, listen, I will say I'm surprised. Somewhere that Tudor is the manager for this game. Obviously, he's struggling to bring somebody in. Also playing an outfield is not great for somebody coming in into the base game. And I'm not big on
Come on, Rez. Sorry, I have to change my jersey. Luis Kirkes.
Max Dowman's Leeds last evening in North London could develop into a grand weekend for you. Central midfield for Tottenham. Playing practically anywhere. Tells concerns on the slide. Touch on it. Especially out for this. What did you think when you saw the Liverpool 11? Jamie, in the context of the two Champions League ties either side of it, obviously.
Well, I was surprised because Arne Slot just doesn't normally change his team. I mean, that was a criticism of him since he's come into the club, really, but it was hard to be too critical last season because obviously Liverpool went on to win the league. But on late, Mo Salah's come back from the AFCON. It's always been at the front four, really. Liverpool have really gone for it.
Touched away by Danso, coached wide by McAllister. So, come on. his fullback. From Robertson. It's away by Tragassi. There's a question. It's come to Frimpong. Seems in the way again. And away, and Solanke saw Aranda run over go there, so there's been two together. Frimpong again, just too much of a gap.
No. Let's go.
Solanke, but this ball comes in as
The
a
road
big
one, they
shot.
come
Just catches him. Has been driven his arm as they put them together. And actually just on to the elbow, really. No chance of that being a penalty. But when you think of the top of the manager since he came in, it was the player back five, and he go back to that Arsenal game, and the majority of the time he's been in, it was a real man-to-man system, press to the pitch. But this is completely different.
ሰዎች ላይ ከኋላ
What
ምን
manager would do coming
ተከላካዮቹ ውስጥ
with this group of players into a 4-4-2 defensively, sit deep and hit on the counter-attack.
ዛሬ ከዘልከባ ማለት ነው
Opportunities in counter-attack, trying to get behind so much like a few minutes ago, and then that one there where stops Solanke.
It was from centre back to Canate. Mo Salah, Istanbul midweek. 20 minutes. The FA Cup, having started the Premier League game at Molyneux at right back, actually, the other option for that position today. Salah at least been with since this one up. I don't be surprised if when he does come on, he contributes because his record against Spurs, from Tottenham's perspective, is frightening. Tell.
ወደ ውጭ
Here for a place back. That's 4 if they win. That, of course, is their minimum requirement. So, it's bringing quite a pressure for Spurs. An issue here because Sly has counted that until. Okay. Dizzying. Tell is one who's got away with the Spurs injury curse. He's just about their only attacking player who's been available for every Premier League game this season, as he's felt. But in the 8 one he started. His top debut on this ground as a half-time substitute in the League Cup semi-final here last springtime. He's being asked to count to 10 here. Had issues with concussion leading up to this game. Terrible bad luck that Romero and Paulinho went head-to-head right at the end of their Champions League game midweek. Need to be sure.
ማን የተጎዳው
Spurs do have on the bench in terms of senior players. Or Xavi Simon, Randall Colomani,
ሲሞን
would happily be able to replace him. Away. McAllister has a nice touch. A lot of space ahead of Robertson, and he's shooting into the crowd.
You can see the opportunity, but in the crowd, he'd almost passed the ball for him. Maybe he wishes that they had. He just wants to get the ball there as quickly as he possibly could. That young man.
Charleston do well here. Saar. his feet. Willingly let him pass. Ravenberg, he can free Vince. Vince is away from Travis Sheen. And he has seen Cody.
Poor strike. This is one of the standouts for me with Florian Wirtz. Whenever he gets in a good position, he always seems to make the right decision, or the unselfish decision, I would say. Yes, it's a simple pass, but you've seen other players in the past there take that shot on, and maybe he's now wishing that he had. Just couldn't sort his feet out quickly enough, Gakpo. So you can see Florian Wirtz in behind the opposition's midfield, under the opposition defence.
So. They were just about the only two available to play in midfield today. Once it was established that Conor Gallagher, who I believe has travelled, once it was established, he still wasn't well enough to take his seat on the bench. By Solanke taken up by Richarlison. Solanke's away from Gomez, and Sosa is waiting. Solanke, Sosa beaten to it by Robertson. Away by McAllister. Welcomed by Beers.
Got a couple of opportunities for Davis, Tottenham. Coming into this game, everyone thought this game would be 2 or 3 easy for Liverpool.
Sosa's had it, and Alisson reacted acrobatically.
What?
Started really well. Tottenham, no one formation on the start that they made. Great strength.
Gosh, they don't have
Saving, and he does.
5 goals.
He would have hoped for. Action midweek was striking.
Arsenal አንደኛ ነው።
Held to take and Sarr attacking it.
Lovely Alisson block. It was a great delivery to that back. Tottenham, as we know, even though an awful season, fantastic scorer from set pieces. So the referee blew for a foul goalkeeper.
Now here's Frimpong, and that's a problem.
ይጠብቃል እንዴ? መጀመሪያ ኳሱን ይራሳል።
Liverpool Tottenham just had but a couple of efforts. People keep telling me that Liverpool's biggest problem is trying to break down low box. For me, Liverpool's biggest problem is pressing, and it comes from that. They don't press aggressively enough. Got too many players in the team who don't see that as a big part of the game. They've got to get on the ball and play. And some who lack the legs to get after the opposition. That's always been a hallmark of Liverpool Football Club. Forget Jurgen Klopp. The whole point of making it difficult for teams to Anfield is that it's a tight pitch, the crowd are on top of you, and you can get after the opposition, make them nervous, win the ball back on them, create an atmosphere. And that for me is the thing that's sorely lacking with this Liverpool team. All that has to do with the makeup of this team and squad.
Gabar. Touch. By Tell. Back by Gravenberg.
Merkel.
McAllister. Vicario. Goal for Tottenham. Surprise to anyone, not least because it's possibly advertised. There's Solis line. Chops it away and Richarlison's the chaser.
That was a lot better. Liverpool sort of face real, sort of half chance or excitement. Besides the Gakpo situation with Bates earlier, Liverpool win the ball up high. bit of love for Bates. He's in on goal. Liverpool for years have always got a lot of the opportunities from the opposition.
With the added stress of knowing now that West Ham and Forest and Leeds have taken a point from their weekend activity. Just a fraction from being in the bottom three competitors. By Liverpool again and having to lengthen his stride at the expense of the corner, which he disputes. And refs with the dispute got his way.
Thought it was a corner, and I don't think either official knew what to give. That was a corner.
Match now by Gray. Taking from Richarlison. Caught by Select. They top the lead on this ground last week. Terry. Spence. McAllister. Horror. Years without a win at Anfield. Of course, a win anywhere in the Premier League since the turn of this year. West Bromwich Albion won yesterday, so now it is only Tottenham and Sheffield Wednesday of the 92 who haven't won a league in 2026.
No.
This was Wrigley. And his ankle's out.
ሰዎች ላይ የት ነው ያለው? የት ነው ያለው ሰው?
Great culprit.
So
So many
good.
bodies around. You're not
So
quite sure
like
if it's
you-
far away. It looks like just gives a leg hang. Looks actually Sue's over it. Callister just wanted to trouble, went down, and so many bodies around, and probably confident the referee's going to give a foul.
Yes. ሰዎች ላይ
Well, this, of course, is Soboslai territory.
ሰዎች ላይ
In mind of the precedent.
Absolutely no doubt.
ሰዎች
A free kick.
The uplift they need, they want. Chelsea, and of course, Aston Villa have this weekend. It's a real window of opportunity for Liverpool in that top 4, 5, 6 battle. And where they want to
Oh, God.
his pass for Spence. It is an understatement to observe that goalkeeping is an issue for Tottenham. Hardly need underlining this week. Or Antonin Kinski went through. Horrible quarter of an hour plus in Madrid. Wasn't too comfortable for Vicario there either.
Well, the reason the other fella played with me because he's not good enough. That's what it was. And then he ends up coming on in the game. Obviously, it's been well documented what happened. But Tottenham have got huge problems in goal.
It's a sweet turn for Gravenberg. A good try here.
ጎበዝ አንበሳ እንኳን መጣ።
Into the cross.
ናይስ ናይስ
Gravenberg is fantastic at that. Nobody better in the Premier League.
Okay.
Letting that ball run across your body. Where those long legs. Decent effort as well. The crowd's up now. I think it's going to be a really difficult afternoon for Tottenham, who started really well.
Tottenham's current state of collective mind really is going to be a massive test of their fibre, their willingness not to fold. When they have conceded this season, Tottenham seems to be trouble. 6 of
ያገኙበታል
7 Premier League at the 20-minute mark and beyond. The Jota has become the custom. Warmly remembered. One game this season in the Premier League in which Spurs have scored or have conceded 1-2 over the leads. So only 1-0.
ናይስ
Good ball. Ground.
ይሄ ሲጀምር አይረባም ብታረቁት ደስ ይለኛል ከይዛ አይሻልም እንዴ
Obviously over another Liverpool free kick. Efficiently by Soberslide, cleared by Spence, on by Gomez and Beards, Callister.
ናይስ
Soberslide,
ድረሹ በእናትሽ
do well, keep it in.
አይዞሽ እኔ ትንሽ
Roberts, what a touch. There's 11 league games without a win. They've gone to a run like that. It's Terry Hill's time in 1975. They did win the 12th game then at Leicester. Off coach Martin Chivers, Steve Perryman. It was a decent team that had a good time.
Listen, I mentioned earlier on the Spurs manager. How long he'll be in the post, maybe he'll be losing his talk, maybe he'll be a chip. We've got to remember this group of players, they're on the third manager now. Postecoglou last season, Thomas Frank this season, now this manager as well. I mean, it's been awful with all three managers.
የሚቀይሩት ልጆች አሉ።
This manager always carries the can. We get that.
ረቦም ሲኖ አጠበቁ ማለት
Remus have coming in, and he could make an impact straight away. Hence why he's under pressure so early. But there's absolutely no time to be bedding in ideas or patterns of play or formations or anything. A group of players being well short. Club of the stature that the hotspur should be.
እዚህ በደንብ አሰልጥነው ቫን ዳይክ ስተው ለስሙዝ ላይ ዲ
wide of the bar. McAllister.
ምንም yes
So
because looked to play for a number of things, but touched a lot. We got that today.
yes
So just got down here at the bottom of that shot. In the space, but be a real good battle on this right hand side with Rimpong and Spence. The boy just shown a fast there, quick beat.
get away. Will be a really interesting test for him over the piece here because he is up against an established quality Premier League fullback in Toro. Tottenham fans, I'm sure, would have been pleased that he lined up where he did today, rather than on the right side of the back three. He was in position.
I think most players know as well, see where you're youngster, you come in off the bench. It's easy to make the pressure, but it's easier to start games in some way, especially when the team aren't doing particularly well. You can come on, have a run round, there's more space. You can get a completely different kettle of fish when you start the game. So it is a big moment for the youngster.
So it's like send it back to McAllister, drifted right
No,
again
I
to
will.
Lamar.
መጫወታት ይችላል ኤክስፒሪየንስ ታደርግ
Cross, by Sard to Somerslide. Vince, Frimpong and Vince. Pushed into traffic. He's able to run away with it. Somerslide. Assistance from Vince.
It's good on this Tottenham's left
እንደዚህ
side.
ሲጫወቱ ደስ ይለኛል ይሄ ነገር በሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ቢቀጥል
Both wingers almost as quick as each other. No one's leaving everybody, but it's a real battle. Long and Spence, Tell and Somerslide.
They've speechless, that's for sure. Here's Gomez. Harrison. Spence. Foul. are conspiring. Hang out for a moment. Wherever it comes from. Coming from there. Defeats for the first time in their history, 5 in a row in the Premier League. The game's 46 days since before his time. Defeat 42 days since his giving against Manchester City. From Frank's last memory. Liverpool are on their way again. Spectrally clear back on McAllister.
ሰጠው ምንም ነገር ማይጠቅም ትንሽ ልጅ ትችላለች ማለት
They he'll score a goal.
Your goal that makes me look prolific.
Whipped it in. Gravenberg, nudged on by Van Dijk, away by Sousa. Rimpong.
Rio
Spence getting back. Hits.
አንበሳ ቤት ጥሩ ነው ያለው
Well, he's the one they wanted in the COP conversation. A new X factor. A year ago today, he started for the under 18s in a 2-1 win at Wolves training ground. Time. Chelsea could have been brought up to want to beat Spurs.
Nice. So good. Real control.
Slides free bits. And then see real Gamoa.
አትቆማሽ
Down in front of it.
Takes up the bit, take the right pass. Positions. So we should be able to take forward a ball. Seems to find a weight on the pass. See he's onside. Take on that, so the best option. Then Gamoa.
ገሞዋ ሁለቱንም እግር መጠቀም ይችላል ማለት ነው
See this on a different page from Spence, and Liverpool are looking to capitalise. Gravenberg lent upon by Dragusin. under it. 5 odd minutes since touching the Liverpool box. Looks disenchanting. Somersley. Roberts. Charleston was caught on it. McAllister could skip. And Cody Gakpo has hit the post.
ማን የመጣው ግሬም ተመታ
Had a few efforts, Gakpo, all of them struggling.
እስኪ
Created too many big
ተመሰል
chances,
ስራ ደግሞ
or wake the goalkeeper too often. And again, the 2 or 3 occasions they have
መሰማካ
done that, they look the most dangerous. Just get a touch onto the post from the goalkeeper.
Well, that's redemption of sorts. Out Cody Gakpo, who does have this remarkable record here against Tottenham. He's scored against them each of the last 3 games. Premier League, one in the League Cup semi-final last year. So
Gakpo,
መንካትን አሪፍ እንቅስቃሴ እያደረገ ነው ዛሬ ቅጣቱን ያስገኘው እሱ ነው አሁን ጋር ሙከራ ያደረገው የሰጠው እሱ ነው አሪፍ ሙከራ ይሄ ጥቅማ ቢስ ይሁን ይሰራል
Spence in reverse. Couldn't have a corner there. Denied that again.
በኋላ ከ8 ደቂቃ በኋላ ከ10 ደቂቃ በኋላ ሰግዳል ኢሻ ይባላል የሚሰራው ሰዓት
players, you can see the little touch and soles there. Also, you see it just those toes. It's nice to get across, but it's not far off the ball. That's the same after this.
16 direct free kick goals in the Premier League this season, and Dominic Szoboszlai has 4 of them. 25% of all goals have been scored by the same Hungarian individual. Picked up by Frimpong. McAllister. Momoa. one. Bearings. Roberts. Side not quite short. He's about to tell. That's McAllister. See Jed Spence. Away from the start. Come on.
Robertson.
McAllister. Slide. Again around Sosa and again for shot. Works in front of the clock. Now Lamar has it free kick.
Motivation was starting the game. Still look, just playing for Liverpool.
Yep, times off the bench in the Premier League prior to this. But time has probably come. Question proving himself worthy. Last 3 minutes of the first half. He has earned sets. Like most others' weights. Slide with pace. Burke.
So,
By Soboslai. That's a decent ball. Van Dijk has won it aerially. Van Dijk has won it.
Man.
The ball. Problem for Poro. Florian Wirtz. Switched it out.
Brilliant ball back in from Soboslai. I think he was just going to pass it back. Whips it in brilliantly. 3 wins than you'd expect.
ጎበዝ ወላሂ አህማድ ኻሊስ
Legs in the 6-yard box. He
አንበሳ
probably expect the Liverpool player to put it into an empty net.
ወይኔ ማቃጠል ልትቢው
Just to get to half time at 1-0. I think it's really important for Tottenham that to be disappointed at 1-0 down. They haven't given up a lot of chances against Liverpool. The goal hasn't been overly weighted. Threatening themselves in the first 10 or 15 minutes. Said the toughness before the game, but saying it was probably fears put a lot worse.
Richarlison, who could make it a lot better. Sosa. In by Richarlison. Oh, that's close. That is close.
Since trying to get it at 1-0, it could have been 1-1. With Liverpool this season, you can never be sure. Some punches him round the corner. Soon that gets dragged to that middle there, and he can get up. Richarlison, decent effort that.
4 goals at Anfield. Richarlison, 2 for Everton. That was very nearly his 3rd for Spurs. tonight, Sky Sports Golf, the culmination of the Players' Championship at Sawgrass, is beginning to build to its climax right now. Solanke. Lost it. McAllister gained it. It's into Saar. Richarlison has played it early. Too early for Solanke.
Such a poor decision for Richarlison. Tell was in. So Gosling got ahead of the ball.
So የምን አስበህ ነው?
We get a chance themselves to Gosling. McAllister all the time in the world. They fell to him. Makes a poor decision.
Likes to restart with a ball. Presents it inside. One last raid. Batista. His own pass and getting there. And the corner into bonus time.
It's very early on in the game. You expect it suits to pull back.
The corner in the Champions League midweek.
Half time and 11. መለሳለሁ
Delivers with shots and Allison got across. It's a really sharp save of the heart. It's the second moment in a matter of minutes that Richarlison has threatened.
Working really well, don't he?
መለሳለሁ አንደኛ ምን ማለት አለብኝ መሰላችሁ? እዚህ ጋር መፖሰት አለበት። መለሳለሁ